प्रिपरेशन. तिसरो व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट इज तुमचो स्मार्ट मिटर. आणि चवथो इज प्रायम मिनिस्टरान जे सगळ्या लोकांक सांगलां, सगळ्या ऑफिसरांक सांगलां, सगळ्या डिपार्टमेंटाक सांगलां ते इम्प्लिमेंटेशन करपाचें. सगळ्यात पयलीं जो इश्यू आसा तो मनसून प्रिपरेशनाचो. आणि त्या खातीरूच सगळे एक्झिक्युटीव इंजिनियर जे गोंयचे आसा तितल्याकूय आज हांगा पयले आमचे दोनी SC आसा तांचे बरोबर, आनी तांकां सगळ्यांक ब्रीफ जे केले ते आमचे चीफ इंजिनियर स्टिफनान ब्रीफ करता आसतना पावस लागल्या नंतर कितें कितें जाता हें तुमकां हांवें सांगपाची गरज ना. काल UPत कितें जालें एका रातीन हें तुमी पळयलां, आनी एका रातीन कितें घडटा तेंय तुमी आयकलां. पूण जो कंट्रोल आमच्या हातूंत आमच्या हातांत आसा तो आमी करपाक जाय. आमच्या हाता भायर आसा तो आमी कांय करूं शकना, पूण जे हातांत आसा ते योग्य रितीन हाताळपाक जाय. सगळ्यो गोश्टी बरोबर जावपाक जाय, आनी त्या खातीरूच ही मिटींग आमी आपयल्ली. दुसरी गजाल आसली रिगार्डींग स्मार्ट मिटर. तुमचो प्रत्येक फावटी प्रश्न आसता रिगार्डींग स्मार्ट मिटर, आनी ताजें तुमकां करेक्ट ज्ञान. पयर सुद्दां म्हाका दोग-तीग जाणांनी प्रश्न केल्लो आनी ताका सांगिल्लें हांव तुमकां योग्य वेळार योग्य आन्सर दिता म्हणून. आनी 1 लाख मिटर्स आमी आतां बसून बसयले म्हणून. आनी त्या खातीरूच आज तुमकां आमी मुद्दम हांगा आपयल्या. आनी सगळे अंडर सुप्रिटेंडिंग इंजिनियर बाब हेदे तुमकां फूल स्मार्ट मिटर विशीं ब्रीफ करतले. कारण स्मार्ट मिटर हाचो फायदो कितें हेंच पयलीं लोकांक खबर ना. आनी त्या खातीर अवेरनेस प्रोग्राम आमी करतात. तो अवेरनेस प्रोग्राम लोकां पर्यंत पावोवपाचें काम तुमचें आसता. तुमीच जर वेगळे वेगळे प्रश्न विचारले जाल्यार ते प्रोग्राम कसो पावतलो. आनी त्या खातीरूच तो प्रोग्रामूय तुमी पावोवचो. त्या खातीरूच एक्झॅक्ट जें कितें जाय तुमकां तें सगळें आज बाब हेदे तुमकां एक्सप्लेन करतलो. त्या नंतर तुमी ताचेर क्वेश्चन विचारा. तिसरी गोश्ट आसली रेवन्यू. आमी पयलींच सांगलां लोड एप्लिकेशन जे ओरिजिनल आसा पळय डॉमेस्टीक, आय एम टॉकिंग अबाउट ओन्ली डॉमेस्टीक, की त्या डॉमेस्टिकाक जो लोड आसता 3 kV आसूं तो आज 5 जाला 7 जाला. आनी त्या खातीर तांची बिलां भरमसाट जाता. आनी कितल्याशाच फावटी आमच्या इंजिनियरांनी तांकां रिक्वेस्ट केलो की तुमी लोड एप्लिकेशन करा आनी तुमचो लोड वाडया म्हणून. पूण आजून पसून कितलेशेच कंज्युमर ताचे फाटल्यान ना, आनी त्या खातीर भरमसाट बिलां तांकां येता. तिसरी गोश्ट जे कोण लोड एप्लिकेशन एज ऑन डेट करता त्याच दिसा पासून आमी तो लोड एप्रुवल घेता. म्हणजे ताजे फुडें जी फायन घालपाची ती आमी घालना. सपोज एका मनशान समज 31 तारखे मार्चाचे केला, मार्च 2026, आमी आतां आसा मे म्हयन्यात. सो 31 मार्च नंतर आमचें जर एप्लिकेशन आमचे कडेन पेंडींग आसा जाल्यार ती चूक डिपार्टमेंटाची. आनी त्या खातीर कोणाकूय जर तसो जर प्रॉब्लेम कितें आसा जाल्यार ताणें आमचे कडेन येवचें. कारण खुबश्यो कंप्लेनी म्हाका लोड हेचेर येता आनी जी डॉमेस्टीक बिल्स आसा पळय तांचेर येता. आनी त्या खातीरूच ह्या हेचेर काम करता आसतना आमकां तुमचें सहकार्य जाय. आनी तें सहकार्य जर पत्रकारांचें मिडियाचें मेळ्ळें जाल्यार लोकां पर्यंत आमी पावतले. आतां माननीय पंतप्रधान नरेंद्र मोदीन आमकां सांगलां की ऑयल हो फॅक्टर आमी कंट्रोल करपाक जाय म्हणून. आनी ऑयल फॅक्टर कंट्रोल करपाक हायेस्ट ऑयल कन्जम्पशन इज आय थिंक इन पावर डिपार्टमेंट. आनी हो कन्जम्पशन कंट्रोल करतलो जाल्यार ताका सगळ्यांनी काम करपाची आवश्यकता आसा. आनी त्या खातीरूच एक्झिक्युटीव इंजिनियराक आमी स्पश्टपणे सांगलां की जाता तितलो कंट्रोल ह्या हेचेर तुमी करपाक जाय. कारण ही देशाची जी इकॉनॉमी आसा ती बेज ऑन दीस. आनी त्या खातीरूच जेन्ना देशाची इकॉनॉमी ह्या वेळाचेर बेज आसता तेन्ना योग्य मार्गान ताका तोडगो काडप हें आमचें कर्तव्य आसा आनी त्या कर्तव्याच्या भावनेन आज सगळे आमी हांगा जमिल्ले आसा. आतां रिगार्डींग स्मार्ट मिटर आमचो बाब हेदे उलयतलो आनी त्या नंतर बाब स्टिफन बाकीचे इशू जे आसा ते तुमकां ब्रीफ करता.
नमस्कार. सरान सांगिल्ल्या प्रमाणे न्यूजपेपरान जावं मिडियान जावं लोक हे प्रश्न विचारता की स्मार्ट मिटर घालतकीर कितें इश्यूज येतले आनी स्मार्ट मिटर घालतकीर ताजो आमचेर कितें इम्पॅक्ट जातलो. एक तरेचो भंय लोकां भितर निर्माण केला की स्मार्ट मिटर घालतकीर बिलां वाडटलीं आनी थोड्या लोकांनी हे दोळे धापून एक्सेप्ट केलां की स्मार्ट मिटर घालतकीर बिलां वाडटलीं आनी ताजे खातीर लोक प्रोटेस्ट करता, लेटरां बरयता. कोण चॅक करूंक सोदना की हाजो फॅक्ट्स कितें आसा तो. सो फॅक्ट्स कितें आसा हांवें पयलींय सांगलां, आतां परत सांगता. जे आमचे एक्झिस्टींग मिटर आसा दे आर ऑल्सो सेमी स्मार्ट मिटर्स. ते डिजिटल मिटर्स, इलेक्ट्रॉनीक मिटर्स. आनी आमी जे आतां मिटर रिप्लेस करतले तातूंत आनी एक्झिस्टींग मिटरान कांय मेजर डिफरन्स ना. मेजर डिफरन्स ना म्हणल्यार एज फार एज रिकॉर्डिंग ऑफ कन्जम्पशन इज कन्सर्न दोन्ही मिटर तितलेच रिकॉर्ड करतले. स्मार्ट मिटरा खातीर तुमची बिलां जाल्यार कन्जम्पशन वाडचें ना. टेक्निकली स्मार्ट मिटरान आनी नॉर्मल मिटरान फक्त दोन फरक आसा. एक म्हणल्यार जो स्मार्ट मिटर आसा ताका बाय डायरेक्शनल कम्युनिकेशन आसा, म्हणजे आमी तांचे बरोबर कम्युनिकेट करूंक सोदता. सो तुज्या स्मार्ट मिटरान जितलोय डेटा आसा तो आमच्या सेंट्रल कंट्रोल रुमान येतलो आनी तो आमी डेटा प्रोसेस करूंक शकता. दुसरे स्मार्ट मिटराचे भितर एक रिले जाल्यार स्विच आसतलो, ताका कनेक्ट डिस्कनेक्ट म्हणटा. सो रिमोट लोकेशनार साकून तो मिटर आमी वापरूंक शकता कंज्युमराक कनेक्ट जाल्यार डिस्कनेक्ट करपाक तांच्यांनी पयशे पे करना जाल्यार. पयलीं आमकां दर घरा वचून तो डिस्कनेक्ट करचो पडटालो. सो हे दोनूच फरक आसा नॉर्मल मिटर आनी स्मार्ट मिटरांच्यान. उरिल्ले जे फीचर्स आसा दोन्ही मिटरा भितर ते ऑलमोस्ट सेम आसा. कन्जम्पशन वाडचें ना, बिलू वाडचें ना. पूण हो जो फूल सिस्टम आसा ताजे एडवांटेजीस खूब आसा. कंज्युमरांकूय आसा, युटिलिटीकूय आसा. सगळ्यान पयलो एडवांटेज म्हणल्यार हे स्मार्ट मिटरा बरोबर तुमचे कडेन एक ॲप आसतलें मोबायल फोनाचेर आनी त्या ॲपाचेर तुमकां नियर रियल टायम कळटलें की तुमच्या घरान कितलें कन्जम्पशन जाता. सो तुमच्या घरान कोण ना, तुमी घराच्या साकून पयस आसा, तुमी घरान भितर भुरगीं आसा, सर्वंट्स आसा, ती पावर मिसयूज करूंक शकता. सो तुमकां कळूंक शकता की बाबा आमी घरान नासतना बसून आमचे एप्लायन्सीस चालू दवरल्या. दुसरें तुमकां एनर्जीचे पॅटर्न कळटा, तुमच्या एनर्जीचें कन्जम्पशन कळटा. डेली कळटा, आवरली कळटा, वीकली कळटा, मंथली कळटा. सो तुमकां कंपेर करूंक शकता बाबा लास्ट म्हयन्याक आमकां इतलें एनर्जी कन्जम्पशन जाल्लें, ह्या म्हयन्याक आपल्याक चड कित्याक जालां. सो तातूंत तूं कन्क्लूड करूंक शकता की बाबा आपलो एसी चड चलता, आपलो गिजर चड चलता. सो तुका कंट्रोल करूंक शकता. सो इंग्लिशीन म्हण आसा वॉट यू कॅन मेजर यू कॅन कंट्रोल म्हणून. ज्या पर्यंत तुका मेजरमेंट जायना त्या म्हणसर तुका कंट्रोल करूंक जाय. मागीर जेन्ना तुमचे कडेन पावर इंटरप्शन जाता, आतां कितें जाता तुमच्या घरा लायट ना जाल्यार तुमी कॉल करता कॉल सेंटराक आनी मागीर आमची टीम येता, ते फायंड आवट करता खंय पावर गेला आनी मागीर तो रिस्टोर करता. आतां स्मार्ट मिटरान अशें जातलें की जेन्ना लायट वतली, पावर वतलो तेन्ना स्मार्ट मिटर ऑटोमॅटिकली सिग्नल धाडटलो आमच्या कंट्रोल रुमाक. सो तुमकां कॉल करपाची गरज ना. आतां तर एकूच सिग्नल गेलो एक मिटरा साकून जाल्यार आमकां कळटलें की बाबा हो प्रॉब्लम आसा तो एकूच कन्ज्युमराचो. ती सबंद कॉलनीचो मिटरान सिग्नल धाडलो आमकां कळटलो की हो जो प्रॉब्लम आसा तो ते बिल्डिंगेच्या एलटी पॅनलान कितें प्रॉब्लम आसूंक शकता. मातशी व्हडली एरिया जाल्यार आमकां कळूंक शकता की ट्रान्सफॉर्मराचो प्रॉब्लम आसूंक शकता. ताज्या पूण मातशी व्हडली एरिया आसल्यार फिडराचो प्रॉब्लम आसूंक शकता. ताज्या पूण मातशी व्हडली एरिया आसल्यार तो सबस्टेशनाचो. सो आमकां स्मार्ट मिटर्स पिन पॉयंट करून दिता की तुजो प्रॉब्लम खंय आसा तो. सो आवर पीपल कॅन डायरेक्टली विजीट दॅट प्लेस अँड रेस्टोर द प्रॉब्लम. म्हणजे कंप्लेन करनासतना तो टायम जितलो कंप्लेनींग वता, मागीर आमचे लोक वचून ते सोदता कंप्लेन, हो सगळो टायम खूब भशेन कमी जातलो. स्मार्ट मिटरा बरोबर आमचे एनर्जी ऑडिट जातले, म्हणजे आमकां लॉसीस खंय आसा ते कळटलें. सो दॅट इज द बेनिफीट टू द युटिलिटी. मागीर आमचे ट्रान्सफॉर्मर खंयचे लोडेड आसा, आमचे लायनी खंयचे लोडेड आसा, तें आमकां कळटलें. So when we upgrade the transformer, upgrade the lines, automatically it will result in better quality of power to the consumers. So अशो खूब बेनिफिट्स आसा स्मार्ट मिटर घालून. म्हज्या कोतान तरी स्मार्ट मिटर घालून देर इज नॉट अ सिंगल डिसएडवांटेज. आनी मेन थिंग म्हणल्यार हाजे कस्टमराक पयशे दिवपाची गरज ना. द मिटर्स हॅव बीन इन्स्टॉल्ड एट नो कॉस्ट टू द कन्ज्युमर्स. इट इज ओनली दॅट आवर टीम, आमचे जो कॉन्ट्रॅक्टर आसा ताजी टीम लोकांच्या घराघरान वतली, तांचे कडेन आय कार्ड आसतलें जे आमी ऑथरायज केलां. ते आय कार्ड दाखोवन कितें तांकां डावट्स आसले तांकां विचारूंक मेळटा. आनी लोकां कडेन रिक्वेस्ट इतलोच आसा की जे मिथ्स जाल्ले स्मार्ट मिटराचे ते कन्फर्म करून घेवचे आमचे कडल्यान, आमचे इंजिनियरा कडल्यान, एंड अलाव आवर पीपल टू इन्स्टॉल द मिटर्स. इतलें सांगूं सोदता.
ब्रीफ करता. आमच्या नोडल ऑफिसर फॉर स्मार्ट मिटरिंग एंड सुपरिटेंडंट इंजिनियर मयूर हेदीन तुमकां थोडीशी म्हायती दिल्या. अशी म्हायती दिल्या जी लोकांक समजता आनी कशी ताका युजफूल. ते समरायज करता. लोकांक स्मार्ट मिटरिंगाचेर एक भंय कसो घातला. थोडे इंडिविज्युअल्स व्हिडिओ काडटा, पूण व्हिडिओचेर अशेंच म्हणटा की स्मार्ट मिटर बंद करचे. आतां एक लोकांक फस्टूच सांगूंक सोदता, तो जसो मयुरान सांगला, तो मिटर आतां आसा आनीक तुमी घालता तो सेमूच, तेजेर जो प्रश्न लोकांचो आसा तो सेमूच जाल्यार तुमी कित्याक तो चेंज करता. तो एकूच कारणाक चेंज करता कित्याक तेजे इनसायट्स ऑर लॉट ऑफ इन्फॉर्मेशन, डिटेल्स, जशे वोल्टेज, तेजो करंट एवरी 15 मिनिट सो तुमच्या एपार तुमकां दिसतलो. लायक टुमोरो आय गेट अप एंड आय चॅक 24 hours वॉट हॅज हॅपन इन द प्रिवियस डे. एवरी 15 मिनिट्स म्हणजे ह्या वराक 20 युनिट्स, नेक्स्ट आवर 10 युनिट्स. आयज 45 days, 60 days केन्नाय बील वता. बेस्ट इज 30 days. फकत 30 days'ाचो एकूच रिडींग आसता. इतली कन्जम्पशन, लेट्स से 1000 युनिट्स. आयज तुमकां एवरी डे 96 ब्लॉक्स, एवरीथींग वॉट कितलें कन्जम्पशन जाता तें मेळटलें. आनी समज तुमकां हें कन्जम्पशन मेळटा जाल्यार इजिली तुमकां चॅक करपाक मेळटलें म्हाजें कन्जम्पशन कित्याक वाडलें. 16 वाडलें, 7 वाडलें, तेन्ना कितें होनाशिल्लें. आनी जेन्ना तुका ही डेटा मेळटली यू विल बी एबल टू एक्ट एंड यू विल बी एबल टू इम्प्रूव इट. सो ऑटोमॅटिकली मीटर इज सेम. Consumption will reduce. I am not saying the amount will increase or reduce, because amount depends on the full tariff every year to year. Consumption, finally तो amount येता तो consumptionाचेर डिपेंड आसता. सो द कन्जम्पशन समज तुमकां कळलें इतलें अमक्याच वरार अमक्याच दिसाक चड आशिल्लें. either you can see who is using more units, which equipment, that point of time who was inside the house. Even if you are not there, if the consumption is happening, you will come to know. So you will be able to act. So therefore, itli data मेवता जाल्यार it is good. Therefore, we are trying to change. Though the meter is same, but it is going to give lot of data. Data कशी आतां आमकां पावर मेवता तो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी गोंया. We are at the tail end of the western region. म्हळ्यार पावर 5 रिजन आसा. नॉर्थर्न रिजन, सादर्न रिजन, ईस्टर्न रिजन, वेस्टर्न रिजन आनी नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न रिजन. सो वेस्टर्न रिजनाक पावर जे सकल आमी सारके सकल आसा. सो जो आमच्या लायनीनी येता ते ड्रॉप आसता आनी आमकां वोल्टेज कमी मेळटा. आनी वोल्टेज, लो वोल्टेज इज एज गूड एज नो वोल्टेज, मीन्स नो पावर. सो तुमकां कळटलें बाबा आमकां 16 अमकीच वोल्टेज कमी आसा. समज तुमी आयज कंप्लेन तें दिलें जाल्यार म्हाजो इंजिनियर कितें म्हणटले आमची वोल्टेज सारकी आसा. तुमचे कडेन एविडन्स ना, तुमचे कडेन फॅक्ट ना. सो तुमी त्या एपार दाखोवपाक मेळटलें काल 7 आपलीची वोल्टेज अमकीच आशिल्ली. आनी देन यू नीड नॉट गो टू मे बी लोकल रिप्रेझेंटेटिव्स, MLAs, मिनिस्टर्स, लायक दॅट वयचें पडटा न्हू एक ट्रान्सफॉर्मर घालपाक. तुमची ती डेटा जाल्यार ऑटोमॅटिकली वी आर बाउंड टू चेंज द ट्रान्सफॉर्मर एंड गीव यू प्रॉपर वोल्टेज. आतां JRCन आनी गव्हर्मेंट ऑफ इंडियान एक कंपेन्सेशन दिवचें म्हूण केलां. कित्याक आतां इलेक्ट्रिसिटी इतली इम्पॉर्टंट. समज अमकी वरां तुका इलेक्ट्रिसिटी नाशिल्ली आनी आमी एक्ट करूना जाल्यार एक कंपेन्सेशन एक पेनाल्टी डिपार्टमेंटाक दिवची पूण तेजे प्रोसिजर आसा पूण हाव टू प्रूव वाय इट हॅज हॅपन्ड वाय देर वॉज अ लॉंग ड्युरेशन आउटेज हें प्रूव करपाक डेटा ना सो तुमकां ही डेटा मेळटली सो I fail to understand. There are some people who will always be there. This is a democratic country. Everybody can have a freedom of speech. But freedom of speech, just no, I do not want smart meter. म्हटल्यार प्रॉब्लेम जाता सो एक कंपेन्सेट जाता तुमी समज दाखयले 2 पावर गेल्लो तो आपल्याक 6 येयलो 4 वरां पावर नाशिल्ले सो वी विल नॉट बी एबल टू काउंटर इट बिकॉज यू हॅव अ फॅक्ट So you just write letter and तुमकां compensation मेळपाक. So finally what is happening? Consumer is becoming powerful or we are empowering the consumer. आता दुसरे जशें मयुरान सांगला control the consumption. तुका data मेळ्ळी already you can control the consumption. Third is optimization of आता आमकां एसेट आमी केन्ना कितें करता कोणाचो एक रिक्वेस्ट येता ह्या एरियाक ट्रान्सफॉर्मर घाल आनी आमकां घालचें पडटा एक 2 जाणां सांगलें म्हणून आतां आमकां एक्झॅक्ट डेटा येतली मे बी कोस्टल बेल्ट or a tourism belt or some tourism place power is increasing or some belt where lot of buildings or lot of houses are coming so आमकां ऑटोमॅटिकली बसून कळटलें खंयची एरिया in terms of electricity वाडटा and automatically we will be able to act which we right now are not exactly acting on time so optimization of the cost जातले जे इन्वेस्टमेंट आमी करूं सोदता ते ऑप्टिमाइज जातले आनी रायट प्लेसीर वतले सो फायनली इलेक्ट्रिसिटी चार्जीस और वॉट एवर इनवॉइस वी गेट फ्रॉम द सेंट्रल एजन्सीज वी हैव टू रिकवर इट फ्रॉम द कंज्यूमर्स so if we are able to optimize it finally will reduce the tariff. The fourth problem what people say is it is prepaid, today is postpaid. It is said postpaid, but ito mache stress घालूंक सोदता. Every consumer when he takes the connection he has to pay 2 months bill. आता हितून आमचे इंजिनियर केन्ना मेळ्ळले आसता और कंज्युमरचो रिक्वेस्ट येता देखून तो अपडेट जायना एवरी 6 months कित्याक लेट्स ए कनेक्शन घेतलें 10 वर्सां पयलें तेन्ना युनिट्स येताले 10 और 50 आयज ते येता 300 सो 300चो एमावंट आनी 50चो एमावंट डिफरंट सो तो अपडेट करपाक जाय बाय लॉ 2 म्हयन्याचें बील दिवपाक जाय आनी तें अपडेट करीत रावप 6 monthsनी तें आमकांय कॉरस्पॉन्ड करपाक आनी तुमकांय येवपाक ते प्रॉब्लेम जाता पूण रायट नाव यू आर गिवींग मी 2 month bill and after this you have to give only 1 month bill. So it is how it is different. It is word was mentioned at postpaid and here it was mentioned security deposit. आता ती एक पाटी स्मार्ट मिटरिंग येयला ती सेक्युरिटी डिपॉझिट दिवपाक पडची ना पूण एक्चुअली most of the consumer might not be getting it but many consumer are still getting it proper. They give 2 months invoice amount to department and then they consume the electricity. So every point of time electricity department has 2 months amount of the consumption you are going to do for a month. And now the moment we come with smart metering we are going to refund that money and you are going to give only as per your consumption. Again a good thing. Not even 2 months. 2 months आम्ही कशे calculate करता highest as if the entire load तुम्ही कंटिन्यूस घेतले 24 hours for 2 months पूण खूब पाटी आमी हॉलिडे आसता रातच्यो लायटी ऑफ आसता सो द एक्चुअल लोड एक्चुअल अमाउंट विल ऑलवेज बी लोअर देन वॉट वी कॅल्क्युलेट सो देर इज अ बेनिफिट इन दिस ऑल्सो बट इट इज जस्ट फॉर द सेक ऑफ opposition people are opposing. Now some of the educated people I have seen 1 or 2 I don't want to name them they say UP government has stopped. Now we do not know what is happening in UP. I think we need to be proud that we are Goans and we are whatever we consume we need to pay. आता समज स्मार्ट मिटरिंग येयल्या some culprits who are there who are not able to pay and the amount finally everybody has to bear that will not happen. And why should we compare there are many good states in terms of electricity like Gujarat. So we have to compare to our best state. Now UP or any other state for that matter, आमचे गोंया 20 वर्सां पयले 10 वर्सां पयले इलेक्ट्रोमेकॅनिकल मिटर आशिल्ले. आतां एज टेक्नॉलॉजी चेंज वी हॅव चेंज द मिटर. So electromechanical technology was there. It was recording, but it was not recording accurately the consumption made by the equipments what we have installed at a house. So we have replaced them long back. But being a smaller state maybe, having a low number of consumers. In other states the consumer itself is 1 crore. We are 7.5. So they have not replaced to each and every consumer. Many pockets are there where they have not replaced. Now in the name of smart metering, because it is a central scheme, all meters are being replaced. Therefore, because they are replaced from electromechanical to this meter, I am not calling it a smart meter. It is of this meter which automatically a name is given smart metering because it's a central project, central scheme. And therefore people feel the bills have increased. In our case, Goa, this has already happened 15 years back or 10 years back. We have replaced the electromechanical meter to a electronic meter. Smart name is given only because it is giving data to you and data to me so that we can improve on the deficiencies what has been recorded in the meter in terms of voltage, in terms of power factor or in terms of consumption. So this is what it is. There is another thing which is coming in the videos, privacy. Without even thinking privacy, how privacy is getting affected, I know there is no camera to it. It is only consuming electricity. And consuming electricity is important that I should know I am providing electricity is provided by electricity department and to optimize it because electricity is such a thing that we need to buy it every 15 minutes. Every 15 minute rate is different. Let's say at 9 o'clock the rate was 5 rupees. 9:15 it will be 9:20. 9:30 it will be 6 rupees. Like that it goes at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock the rate goes at 10 rupees. So if I come to the exactly how Goa is consuming every 15 minutes, I will be able to buy only that much of power. Power is sold in a manner I will tell you. If I have to buy the power one previous day. Even if it is consumed or not, I have to pay. So it is called scheduling. It is based on scheduling and not based on consuming. While consumers are paid on what they consume. But finally, entire what bill comes is distributed among the consumers in terms of tariff. So there also I will get benefit. So the privacy of a person will not get it. And even then after that if you say then when I argue they say you will come to know whether inside that house I am there or not. Now that is your call. If in case based on consumption I come to know because I have to use it for my purpose to improve my efficiency to optimize my assets. By looking at because we are not going to give this data to anybody. Now you will say I will come to know as an electricity department. Then nobody can do anything. In that case, somebody has to generate his own power. In such a privacy is required, then somebody has to generate his own power, which is not possible. So this data, what is required because I have to buy, this electricity department has to buy power optimally so that the cost is effective and cost is reduced. So I require the data. So privacy is not going to get affected in any manner. Then another thing when educated people are saying, it is going to give some radiation. Now the radiations, every electronic equipment which gives a signal or receives the signal or gives the signal, there is some radiation. But there are laws, international and national law, the radiation should be within the band, certain band is given. Now this smart meter, the radiation, whatever smallest is there is much lower than this mobile phone. So if everybody is using mobile phone for the good, which is already having a radiation and I am carrying it next to my heart in the pocket, this meter will be very far, wherein the radiation is very, very almost zero, and it is given by the authorities that this is not going to affect a human mankind. So I think these are some of the issues of the smart metering being unnecessarily been taken up in but whoever still have problems, issues, they can always come. Now they are saying consent. This is another issue. Consent of the consumer is not required. Meter belongs to the electricity department. Meter is recording what you are consuming. Finally, meter is the only thing wherein my revenue or my expenditure get protected. So meter, how it can be said that without consent I cannot replace it? There is a provision that information should be given to the consumer that I am going to replace it. Now since it is happening in bulk, whole state, we have given a newspaper ad that we are going to replace it, because it becomes very difficult to individually replace it. Now why that information has to be given to the consumer also is consumers should know what was the last reading, because it will affect the consumer. Otherwise, if I remove the meter, you will not know what was the last reading. So we are going to take the photo of that reading. We are going to put in the app what was your new meter, what was your old meter. You will be able to know what make it is. You will be able to know what type of meter it is, single phase, three phase. It will give you recordings every 15 minutes. Tomorrow you will be able to say what was my consumption on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. The moment they are completed, you will be able to know month. The moment month is over, you will come to know the yearly consumption. Like that, 3 years you will come to know exactly. You don't have to search your bill. Just open it at a click of finger. You will come to know daily consumption, monthly consumption, yearly consumption. You will come to know the voltages. You will come to know the power factor. You will be able to see your usage. You will be able to reduce the usage. So that is how you are going to reduce it. You are going to see the picture of your meter. Then you can go and check. Today, if something happens to electricity in your house, when you are staying in a complex, you yourself is not knowing which is the meter which belongs to you, unless you are staying in a better complex. So here you will come to know your photo in your app. This is my meter. This is my number. This is my CA number. All details. So much data, so much details is going to be with the consumer. So how it is going to, disrupt, or how it is going to affect consumers? In fact, it is going to make them more powerful, and it is going to give them more insights. You want to complain to us where I will not able to give or protect utility, because the data is in your app, data is in my app, data is in my system. So compensation become easy, complaint resolution become easy. Entire state, everybody will pay a bill on time. State will prosper. Growth of state will happen, because power is such an important thing which is growing like anything. And if you do not control, or if you do not check what is happening, then it is going to be issue, and the bills is keep on going to increase. So overall, there are a lot of benefits. We can speak still more. I can answer all your questions in case if you have any more questions. But I want to, beg the consumer, please do not listen to this kind of people, because when I talk to them, only what they say, I will not name them. No, you give awareness. You give awareness. There is so awareness, simple thing. How you get so much data in your mobile and you are able to do so many things. You will be able to, tomorrow you don't have money, and tomorrow, let's say next month, whole month you are not going to be in your house. You can always charge 10 rupees. You don't have to worry. Exactly, you will be able to budget your income, expenditure, everything in a nice manner. Everybody will become efficient, and therefore Government of India is saying this is the project, or this is the scheme which is going to empower consumers, give them lot of awareness, lot of insight, lot of data, wherein they themselves will benefit out of it. State will progress, because 95% of the people pay on time, but there are few people who do not pay, and our department people on time do not disconnect, because it becomes difficult also sometimes to go, sometimes the meter is inside, though we are trying to get it outside. Lot of other issues come. So overall, this smart meter is going to give huge benefit more to the consumers and also to the utility. So this is regarding the smart meter. Second, the meeting what we sir has taken today is pre-monsoon maintenance. Now lot of trees are growing like so fast. It comes and touches our line, branches fall our line, trees get uprooted. These are the major reasons for electricity disruption during the monsoon. So we are trying to at least cut the branches or the trees which are leaning on the lines. So this is what sir also has ensured. We also have done. All the equipments are given to them. I request people whenever they cut the branches, allow us, because these are going to disrupt the electricity, because today electricity is very, very important. So to add to this also, what sir has said, and we have also instructed to all my engineers, is lot of underground cabling projects are being executed across Goa. So all these projects will be closed on 20th of May. So media, if they feel somebody is carrying out the work which can have a problem in the monsoon, because the loose soil will come on the road, there might be accident, there will be a lot of other issues. So we are stopping it on 20th of May, and we are going to check where all the sites are clear of any such kinds of issues where there can be chances of accidents. So this is regarding the pre-monsoon maintenance and excavation works whatever we have done. Sir has touched upon the revenue. Still, our people were put for the SIR, for the elections work, and therefore a lot of workload was there. PLO, SIR data updatation and other things. Therefore, most of my billing staff was put. Therefore, we have tried to bring it again back to 30 days. Maybe few pockets have left. We are trying to improve it. Maybe next 15 days, this issue also going to resolve. Even the connections are to be given timely. This is also the instruction given by sir to our people, which has to, without instruction, we are supposed to do it. Revenue has to be protected. And the last thing is, today, before you asked, there was a failure of transformer in Amona, Sakli. There is a substation wherein we had 2 into 50 MVA transformers. One of the bus coupler, there was a fault, and therefore both the transformer tripped, and that since the one of the protection of one transformer acted on time and it protected the equipment, it has opened and protected. The other protection system did not act. Now why it did not act, it is not possible to tell now, because all the engineers are trying to get the data from the relays and the meters exactly, because it's a very complicated system, bus coupler and different feeders and things are there. So people are there, I'm continuously getting calls. So we have to find out. But because of it, the fault has transferred to the transformer, and there was a fire and the transformer has failed. Now we are trying to restore the supply. They were supposed to restore it by 6 o'clock. So it must have also come now. So domestic supply will be restored. Some of the industries in and around that belt, Amona, will get affected. But we have one transformer elsewhere which is not loaded, which is a spare. So we are going to shift it in the next 3 to 4 days. But this situation of power demand has increased, and this year we have touched a new demand, 995. So already, as on today, we have crossed last year's demand. So demand is increasing because of the heat, because a lot of AC load and a lot of other load is coming in our system. So one good thing is, Goa is developing and load is increasing. But at the same time, infrastructure we have increased many folds in the last 4 to 5 years. Still, whenever there are failures, we are not able to accommodate in some places. So that also we are doing. We are ordered 3-4 additional transformers, but the transformers lead time is almost 3 years. So this was the issue which we are trying to, domestic supplies almost restore to everybody in and around Amona. Only industries is going to get affected 3 to 4 days. That too also during the peak hours when the load is increasing between 6 to 11 or 12 o'clock. So these were the 4 to 5 issues we have touched upon. And any other issues, if you want us to answer or whether you have any doubts or clarification, you can ask.
सर आम्ही आता पळयता की गव्हर्नमेंट डिपार्टमेंट्साचे खूप पेंडिंग असतात इन क्रोर्स ऑफ रुपीज इलेक्ट्रिसिटी डिपार्टमेंटाचे. सो ते आता कशे जातले आफ्टर स्मार्ट मीटर इन्स्टॉलेशन ते प्री पे करतले काय कशे कितें डिपार्टमेंट गव्हर्नमेंट घेवन
गव्हर्नमेंटाचे ते आमी गव्हर्नमेंट टू गव्हर्नमेंट जो सेटलमेंट आसता तांकां बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट्स म्हणून आसता तातूंतल्यान जाता.
तितून सर थोडे म्युन्सिपालिटी आसा म्हणजे मार्केट्स म्युन्सिपालिटी मार्केट आसा पंचायत मार्केट आसा
ऑटोनॉमस बॉडी जावचे ना. गव्हर्नमेंट डिपार्टमेंट सांगता गव्हर्नमेंट डिपार्टमेंट जे आसा त्या बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंटांतल्यान आमी ट्रान्सफर करूं
जशें normally
बजेट
जाता.
जेन्ना तांकां दिता ताणें
आणि
आमकां
मार्केटांचे बी कशें जातले सर
ते आमकां रिकवरी करचे पडटली.
बिल्स
ते ऑटोनॉमस बॉडी जे आसा त्यो सगळ्यो आमकां रिकवरी करच्यो.
ज्या भाशेन ताणें एक्सप्लेन केला पळय तितून म्हणटा सी सेयींग दॅट इट इज हेल्पिंग द कंज्युमर टू नो एक्झॅक्टली हाऊ मच ही हॅज दीस कितलो ताजो वेस्ट जाला कितलो ताणें स्पेंड केला कितलो तो सेव करून म्हणजे हेज्या पयलीं ती बिलां येताली तितून सगळें नाका आलें जातालें.
No, see,
Awesome, Namsu.
see, Kenzil, मातसो स्टेटमेंट आमचो ट्विस्ट करू नाका.
No, I'm just
ना
asking.
आयकय कितें म्हणला
पयलीं बिलां येतालीं
पयलीं बिलां येतालीं तुका कन्जम्पशन 45 or 60 डेजान एक रिडींग येतालें 1000. कॅन यू डू एनीथिंग आफ्टर 60 days? Whether you'll come to know on first what happened in your house, second what happened in your house, third. So unless you have data, you cannot control it. You do not know. Today you'll come to know exactly at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock what was happening. Same thing will happen the new meter also. But today you'll come to know exactly what has happened every 15 minutes, every hour, every day. And you will come to know, yesterday I was not in my house only, I am holding Penji, my house was closed. How there will be units at 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and you will say there is something wrong. Inside maybe your equipment, or maybe earthing, or somebody is doing theft, something is happening. Good or bad, which right now you are not able to know exactly my consumption, why it has increased. Neither you know, nor I am able to help you. But tomorrow you will come to know after putting a smart meter. Yesterday last 1 week my house is closed. How there can be units consumption? So we will be able to act it promptly and at the right time so that we can come in action and take right steps. That point of time instead of tomorrow without data I and you cannot do anything. It is same thing like this. I'll tell you. If you do a blood test and you don't come to know anything, you cannot do anything. You do the blood test, you come to know exactly what parameter has changed, and based on that somebody else can give you medicine. Same thing it is. So you are getting more data, and exactly based on that data you are able to act rightly. Which washing machine is consuming more, or your TV is consuming more, or a geyser is consuming more. There is small fault where the leakage is going in the earth, and that is how you are getting more consumption. So you will be able to pinpoint, locate exactly what is happening in your house where this connection is extended.
If you are talking about all these things, sir, तुमकां फुडें आसा तुमी एक OTS स्कीम काडलेली. You remember तुमी थोडे इंडस्ट्रीज तांकां अमके पर्सेंटेज हें केली तेन्ना देखून तुमी समज when they were supposed to pay all that whole amount, why there was certain benefits for gift for them. थोडे तांकां अमके पर्सेंटेज तेंचे माफ केल्ले
No. Again wrong. OTS. I am telling you. Do you remember?
Percentage.
No, sir. One time scheme. It is one time scheme. Percentage माफ करू ना.
One time scheme that.
That's all. See, your words are different. I'll catch your word. You catch my word. Percentage आम्ही माफ करू ना. समज एक घर आसा or एक property आसा. So let's say Kenzil has taken it. And Kenzil is not knowing there were dues. So it is a scheme for Kenzil so that you can pay only principal amount. Delay charges you need not pay. Only delay charges are maaf. Percentage नहीं. Kenzil समझलो नहीं?
सर पहिली आमच्या घरांनी एनालॉग मीटर असताले ते तुम्ही डिजिटल चेंज केले कोणी ऑब्जेक्शन हाडूंक ना. आता तुम्ही डिजिटल टू स्मार्ट मीटर हाडटा तरी लोक ऑब्जेक्शन केले.
सो देरफॉर आमकां मिडियाचो हेल्प जाय. हे जो बेनिफिट्स आसा ते लोकां मेरेन पावपाक जाय. एंड दॅट टायम दे वील एग्री.
परत एक्सप्लेन कित्याक करचें पडटा तुमकां. कितें डावट आसा लोकांचे म्हणून
लोकांच्या
सर एक असो एक विशय की पयलीं जे मिडल क्लास आसा ताका जर पयलीं बील येयलें तर ह्या म्हयन्यान जर ताका भरूंक मेळोंक ना जाल्यार तो तेजो हे फुडल्या म्हयन्याक
पण तो
येतलो
2 महिन्याचे ऍडव्हान्स दिता पळय ते आमी घेना न्ही.
ना आतां
हिशोब एकूच तो.
पयलीं कितें जातालें आतां लोकांच्या मनान भंय आहा की एकदां बील भरना ऑटोमॅटीक तुजो हे पावर कट जातलो असो मनान लोकांचे भंय आसा.
एक
लोकांच्या मनान भंय आसा आयकय सर. सो लोक म्हणून कितें म्हणटा लोक आतां एक म्हयनो जर भरूंक ना जेंच्या कडेन थोड्यां कडेन जायना भरपाक ते दुसऱ्या म्हयन्याक सो ऑटोमॅटीक पावर कट जातलो असो जो भंय आसा तो खरो कितें हेजो कितें हे आसा.
सांगूंक सोदता जे आयचे डिस्कशनान डिस्कस जावना ते पयले गोश्ट म्हणल्यार तुमकां जे प्रीपेड आसा तें तुका इन्स्टॉलमेंटान पे करूंक मेळटा. म्हणजे कितें तुजे कडेन तर आज फक्त 100 रुपया आसा आनी तुजो पगार येवपाक डिले जालो जाल्यार तुजो पगार मागीर मेळटलो जाल्यार तूं 100 रुपयान चार्ज कर. काही जशे तुका पयशे येता 200 रुपया जाल्यार परत 200 रुपया चार्ज कर, परत 300 रुपया चार्ज कर.
पण तेका करंटूच लागता 500 रुपयाचो.
हय सो 500 तेच म्हणटा. आतां तुका 500 रुपया तुका म्हयन्याक जर करंट लागता, पावर लागता, एनर्जी लागता जाल्यार तुका 500 रुपया सुरवातेक घालून चार्ज करपाची गरज ना. तूं 100 रुपया घाल. तुजे कडेन आतां 100 रुपया आसा तुजें चलतलो एक 5-6 दीस चलतलो. मागीर तसो सोंपपाक पावलो तो आनी एक तुका तो एक 200 रुपया मागीर ते 200 रुपया घाल.
कसो आसा तो फक्त म्हयन्यानूच एक हे करूं शकता. एक म्हयन्याच्या मदीं ताका कांयच पयशाचो तेजो मागीर करंट
हांव तेच म्हणटा जे पयलीं तुमकां म्हयन्यांचेर एकूचदां पे करपाचें ऑप्शन आसतालें आतां तुका म्हयन्यांचेर कितलेय फावट जशे तुजे कडेन पयशे आसा तशे तुमी पे करूंक शकता. मेन थिंग म्हणल्यार डिस्कनेक्शन जे जातलें
2 पयलीं 2 महिन्याचे तुवें ऑलरेडी पे केलेले ते तुमकां रिटर्न करतले.
ते रिटर्न करता आमी तुमकां 2 महिन्यात तुम्ही जे पे केल्ले आसा ते आमी रिटर्न करता तुमकां.
एक दीस डिस्कनेक्शन जावपाकूच जाय.
पहिल्यान तुमकां फायदो तो
पयलेंय जातालें आतांय जातालें.
पे केल्या.
आनी दुसरी गोश्ट म्हणल्यार जे डिस्कनेक्शन जातलें ते रातचे जावचें ना, ते हॉलिडेच्या दिसा जावचें ना. सो आनी हाजे पयलीं डिस्कनेक्शन जावचे पयलीं 7 दिसां साकून पयलीं म्हणजे 7 दीस, 5 दीस, 30 दीस, 3 दीस आनी जे दिसा डिस्कनेक्शन जातलें त्या दिसा कंज्युमराक रिमायंडर SMS वतले की तुजो बॅलन्स कमी जाता म्हणून आनी तुमकां रिचार्ज करचें पडटा. सो कंज्युमराक भिवपाचें अशें काय करत ना. अशें न्ही की रातचे अकस्मात तुमी टीव्ही पळयता आनी लायट
लोकांच्या
वता.
मनान तो भंय आसा.
सो पयली गोश्ट म्हणल्यार SMS इंटिमेशन वतलें. सेकंड म्हणल्यार रातचें, सांजचें, रातचें आनी हॉलिडेच्या दिसा डिस्कनेक्शन जावचें ना. आनी तिसरे दीस मागीर तुमचे कडेन जितले पयशे आसा तातूंत तुमी चार्ज करा. तुमचे कडेन सद्याक 100 रुपया आसा 100 रुपयान चार्ज करा. एक 5-6 दीस तुजे लायट चलतली. तर तुजें बिल तर म्हयन्याक एक 500-600 रुपया येता जाल्यार एक 100 रुपयान तुजे एक 5-6 दिसाक लायट चलूंक शकता.
आतां एक मोबायल सिम कार्ड घेतलं न्हू यू हॅव सर्टन आवर्स सर्टन SMS इज फ्री. सो तुमच्या हितून ह्या सिस्टमान बाबा सर्टन आवर्स युनिट्स फ्री येता सिस्टम तो वॉट इट इज हाऊ इट इज.
So that is based on the consumption of energy.
त्याप्रमाणे
Message येतल्यो. It is based on consumption. That is other thing. That is once you put a certain infrastructure, there is no continuous charge. That is called variable charge and fixed charge. The mobile system is having more of fixed charge. This is what every unit you need to burn fuel to produce electricity. So therefore, that kind of system cannot be compared here. There cannot be no system. It is only one charge, one tariff. At the max, what can happen is during the day, the electricity charges are very high during peak hours and very low during solar hours, because solar hours lot of free power will come. Free means you can call it free only, not like that free. But if you compare with thermal power.
Okay,
So then what will happen? I will give you an incentive. You shift your load. That is going to come later or once, you know, by.
ओके व्हॉट हॅपन्स.
सर एकूच ह्युमन रायट्सा थ्रू तुमकां हे स्मार्ट मिटराचेर एक तेजेर कितें जालें आतां सद्या.
No, see, Human Rights Commission आमकां notice धाडला. So we have to go and attend, and we have to give our reply. Human rights actually. Chief engineer, as a chief engineer, I don't know. There is nothing to have human rights in smart metering. It is a policy decision. Meter is same. How a human right is getting affected through replacement of meter, I fail to understand. So we are discussing with our legal counsel. All the technical data has been given to our counsel. So accordingly, we will go and reply, and we will be there, and will appear in the honorable court.
So one more thing is that what do you have to say about the street lights and all? Who will pay for them? Because why I'm saying 18 दिसांनी पयले स्ट्रीट लायट्स म्हणले आनी मागीर इट वॉज चार्ज इन द बिल्स सो हू वील पे फॉर स्ट्रीट
तो एक
लायट्स
मनाक
सो आमच्या कडच्यान समज पंचायतीन स्ट्रीट लायट आमी पे करपाचे
No, panchayatin, आता पंचायत घालता lights. No, whatever lights today are put, a minimal cost is paid by the consumer. 5 paise for domestic, 8 paise for the industry per unit. So that same cost will be going to charge through this. What was happening
How
now?
will I come to know that then when you say that my meter will show me how much I consume?
Yeah.
So ती लाईट समज तो 24 or 1 hour असत्यात.
Yeah.
How would I come to know बाबा ती माझी त्या
तर
माझ्या
तुझी
पैशाची
न्ही तू गोंयां रावता म्हणजे गोंयान फूल हे करता ती तुझे युनिट्सा प्रमाणे ती कंज्यूम जाता लेट्स से तू कंज्यूम 100 युनिट्स करता somebody is consuming 1 lakh so proportionate to 100 units only you will pay 100 into 5 paise
5 पैसे ती.
होय.
No, पण
so you get 5 rupees for that somebody will pay 10,000 for
No, but
it
why I'm saying is that तुम्ही see you are saying consuming electricity certain time at the light on होऊन पडल्याने ऑफ करून I've seen at certain places 24 hours it is on only.
No,
So
see-
त्याचे लाईटीचे पैसे आम्ही पे करा.
Such see, आता sometime you will not come to know whether the maintenance is going on or not. Many a time when people call me, I check, but somebody is on the line to check whether the each and every LED is working or not. This is one of the reason. But some places might be happening, but such the moment complaint comes, we go and check. Because sometimes the MCP get locked, it is continuously giving power, it is supposed to put off. Certain reasons are there. If the contactor itself is not working, those are technical issues. There will be some few human issues which we are acting on them as and when it comes. But most of the time, our people are doing the repair work of the LED lights in the daytime to check whatever complaint has come. Some of the lights are not working, so it is a one line. So all this line remains on as long as we try to replace each and every bulb in that line.
But somebody should at least identify to 5%, 5.5 or 5%, whatever it is. You should at least get a
No, not whatever it is. It is 5 paise per unit.
खबर ना
5 paise per unit.
तू सांगता
ती
सांगता ना.
वेळ किती तिला मग ते एकटी बायल मेली पळय हाय वोल्टेज लायनीक ते पायप लागले आनी तेजे मागीर ती लायन मातशी वयर काडली अशें खुबशे कडेन अशें दिसता की लायनी सकयल्या अशें हाय वोल्टेज सो तुमी रेक्टिफाय केला अशें प्लेसीस
See,
हाय
there
वोल्टेज
is-
लायन तुमी
yeah, this electricity, there is always chance that somebody can touch the line if that person, he or she uses that kind of maybe stick or whatever rod or this thing. So certain guidelines are there. The line lowest point should be at so and so distance. Many a times sag happens. It is continuous. Heat is what is electricity? It is a heat. Because of that heat, sometimes it expands and the sag increases. So time to time we have to do it. Now that issue we need to say exactly how it was, how much it was. But we have instructed through a circular all these lines has to be checked, rechecked after that accident, and not only minimum. Or most of the lines are not on the as per the guideline. We try to do it 2 meters more than what are the guideline. But some places sometimes it happens. So such cases we are dealing it, and we have already issued a circular.
रिसर्वे करा म्हणून
How safe is your data? How safe is your data, sir? To data collection असतं म्हणल्यार how safe is your data? Because if you remember, start जावच्या पयल्याच फाटी electricity bill आणि ते बाबतीत scans already start झाले.
No, that was not our data.
No, I'm not saying it is yours. I'm saying how safe is your data? What
See,
you are
our
saying.
data, we have all cyber security protection, we have all kind of IT protection, and we are not supposed to give data to anybody. Now you will ask, still somebody gives. See, if still somebody gives of his own, but there would be some sort of measures. So we will try to protect it, and we are supposed to protect it. We cannot give this data to anybody.
Even existing data that we have about the consumers, we never share
We
it with
never
anyone.
did. Even the other department asked.
सो आमचे कडेन फूल डेटाबेस आसा कंझ्युमराचे नाव ताजो एड्रेस तो कितलो लोड घेता सगळो डेटा आमचे कडेन आसा बट वी नेवर शेअर इट विथ
If something happens like that, would you pay him the whole? Whether समज तू फाल्यां पयशे लॉस जालो
कसलो
No, पैसे
पैसो
कसो
फाल्यां समज तू कोण्यान हितूंतल्यान डेटांतल्यान लॉस जालो
कसो
he has to
जातलो?
pay because it happens.
नो बट there is no
No,
there is
the
chance
data
of it
is
can be lost.
encrypted, and all protections are taken. Now we cannot understand still if something happens. So if something happens, something new, See, such kinds of things we cannot.
See, it
but
cannot
right now
be-
it is encrypted and nothing will be
It
shared.
cannot be like an online scam. See, the data which is taken from the meter is encrypted in a format that no one can read. आणि जेन्ना तो आमचे कडेन पावता इट इज डिस्क्रिप्टेड म्हणजे तो आशिल्लो तसो परत आमकां वाचूंक मेळटा. सो मोदी तो डेटा कोणी इंटरसेक्ट बसून केलो जाल्यार ताका तातूंत कांय मेळचें ना.
आणि
And once the data reaches us, it will be in the custody of GED. And we don't share this data with anyone. As of even today, we don't share this data.
पावसान जेन्ना खंयचो ट्रान्सफॉर्मर हे जाताले पयलीं हे आसले की मोबायल ट्रान्सफॉर्मर आसताले.
Yeah.
सो ते आतां तुमचे कडेन आसा कितके आसा
See,
मोबायल ट्रान्सफॉर्मर म्हणजे खंय ट्रान्सफॉर्मर हे आलो तो ट्रान्सफॉर्मर गाडयेर लायतालो आनी हे करताले.
पहिले ते मोबाईल दोताले एक सब डिविजन because we have less mobile, we have less transformer. Today, ample number of transformers are there in the store. So there is no problem. Today what transformer has failed is the EHV level transformer, means 220 kV level. Such transformer we cannot keep spare, but we can keep some cushion in the transformer so that in case load fluctuation happens and if the transformer fails, the other transformer of the same division of the same substation can cater to the load of that area. So otherwise what you are talking that we have ample, we are kept in the store.
सर मोड ऑफ बिल पेमेंट आणि कॅश ऑप्शन अवेलेबल असतलो ओ सगळे डिजिटल असतले पेमेंट.
Option आसतलो.
Cash option असतले. But 99% it will be online. But there will be some few counters where you have to come and do it. If you want to have an easy way of refilling, then it is online.
So
Then
you
if you want to do cash, you have to come to our counters and do it.
So you can assure us now थोड्यांक 2 लाखाची 4 लाखाची बिलां येवची ना म्हणजे सडनली सरप्राईज
Yes. Because whatever you are going to pay, and you, that is what, see, तुवें सांगले advantage. Oh, advantage तुवें, see, so कॅन्झिलाक बेनिफिट्स उलोवपाक नाका. ना आतां तुवें फक्त 100 रुपयाचेच बिल पे केल्यार 100चे कॅन्झिलाक तेन्ना स्टॉप जातले. नो क्वेश्चन ऑफ 1 lakh in case by mistake also.
एक्सप्लेन करूंक सोदता. सो आतां जाता कितें की
पयले जाताले तर मिस्टेकी तुमच्यो
ना सांगता
ते मानतात
हय तुका अशें जाय कितें तो नेगेटिव्ह जाय आमचे सायडीक. हय मिस्टेक कॅन ऑलवेज हॅपन विथ
मिस्टेक कित्याक जाता
which will be corrected.
सो हातून जातालें कितें पयलीं आमचो मिटर रिडर दर घरार वतालो मिटर रिडिंग घेवपाक. सो देर वॉज ऑलवेज अ चान्स दॅट ही मेक्स अ मिस्टेक. आतां 7.5 लाख आमकां मिटर रिडिंग घेवचें पडटा म्हयन्याक. सो जेन्ना 7.5 लाख कोणी मिटर रिडिंग घेता तातूंत थोडी मिटर रिडिंग चूक जावंक शकता. सो एक म्हणजे मिटर रिडर चूक करूंक सोदतालो. मागीर जेन्ना तो मिटर रिडर बिलां घेवन हांगा येतालो डिपार्टमेंटान तेन्ना ती आमी फिजिकली एंटर करताली आमच्या सॅप सिस्टमान. थंय चूक जावंक शकताली. परत 7.5 लाखां बिल रिडिंग आमकां एंटर करची पडटाली. आतां स्मार्ट मिटरिंगान कितें जातलें सगळें ऑटोमेटेड जातलें. सो रायट फ्रॉम एक्सट्रॅक्टिंग द consumption from the meter to generation of the bill will be automatic with no human interference. So what is the advantage? One is that you will get accurate bills and second advantage is that you will get timely bills. तुमकां दर म्हयन्याक 30 दिसाचें बिल मेळटलें आनी तुमकां एक्युरेट बिलींग मेळटलें कित्याक ह्युमन इंटरफेरन्स तातूंत झिरो जातलो.
सो आतां मिटर रिडर येवचे ना
मिटर रिडर येतले चॅक करपाक.
चेक कर.
हय पूण मिटर रिडराचे जे आमकां बिलींग डेटा मेळटलो तो आमकां डायरेक्ट मेळटलो.
खूब जाणां दिसता की आमी मिटर रिडराक काडून उडयतलो. तो एक विशय तुमचो आसा. म्हाका तशें कांय ना.
मिटर रिडर
वयल्यान ताका आमी बरें बरें प्रोस्टींग दितलें.
सो आतां एक रिपोर्टरान सांगलें इतले तुमी बरें तेजे बेनिफीट आसा जाल्यार तरीकूय कित्याक कंज्युमर घालून दिना. कोणें तरी विचारलें न्ही. आतां बाब बरो रिपोर्टर एज्युकेटेड रिपोर्टर हिंगाच बसला सगळें आयकलां आनी तरीकूय म्हणटा मिटर आतां येवचें ना. अशें जाता तें.
मिटर रिडर
रिडर
तुमी कितें सांगलें तुमी सांगलें ऑटोमॅटीक येतलें म्हणजे आतां मिटर रिडरांचें काम कितें आसतलें.
ना ते येवचें ना. तांकां दुसरें खंयच्या डिपार्टमेंटाक घालचें पडटा वा दुसरें काम दिवचें पडटा. आमकां आतां रिक्रुटमेंट करपाचें आसा फॉर एक्झाम्पल दिस गव्हर्मेंट डिसिजन. आय एम जस्ट गिविंग एन
तेच
एक्झाम्पल.
म्हाका जाय आसलें.
हय कळ्ळें. सो दिस आर द इश्यू. ना हांव जस्ट रिलेट करता की उपाटी ते अवेरनस दिता आसतना ते मे बी आमचें सांगप सारकें जायना अंडरस्टँडींग सारकें बोथ वेज. सो दर इज अवेरनेस थ्रू मिडिया. दॅटफॉर मिडिया इज इम्पॉर्टंट.
मिटर रिडर जे आसा पळय
सर स्मार्ट मीटर हा
जाय तितले दवरतले आमी बाकीचे आमी दुसरे कडेन कामां घालतले.
तोच प्रश्न
हय.
आतां तुमी जेन्ना सगळें सांगलां मेन हें आतां तें जालां लोकांक अवेरनेस तुमच्या कडसून हें जावंक ना अशें जालां.
सर स्मार्ट मीटर हा तो मोबायलाक कनेक्ट असतो तो मोबाईल ॲप कोणी डेव्हलप केला.
तो डेव्हलप केला. फायनली वी हॅव टू आउटसोर्स डेव्हलपिंग. इट इज अंडर आवर सुपरविजन. वी हॅव IT team. It is under the supervision here in this department. It is being done.
थँक्यू व्हेरी मच.
थँक्यू.